There's a lot. There's a lot of repairs to be done and stuff like that. Joys of comps. So I'm running through. First of all, take a load of that sunscreen, where it bloody hurts when you get sunburn on your lips. But yeah, let's run you through it. Have a look at that. You have a look down here. Mud, mud, mud everywhere. And believe it or not, I have actually hosed this off once at the comp when we had to rip the radiator out due to puncturing it. And we used the water trucks and dumped a whole heap of water in here, and there's still all this in here. Inside now. Well, the joys of having to have your window down during a comp. You can see it's not nice at all. And the dust that's everywhere. I've already spent a whole bunch of time washing this car off. Have a look in there. I had to shovel mud off the road just to clean it up. There was that much mud on my road at the front of my house. You can see it all the way along there. All up underneath there, underneath the tray. Yeah, still a lot to be done of cleaning up wise. Not looking forward to that at all. And then today's first job of the day, we got to replace this. This is the wheel that decided to try and come off on the way home. So the studs are stuffed and I've got new wheel studs to put in there. Idea is jack it up, hopefully get the hose in there, get some more mud out of the way and then start ripping it all apart. Here we have new parts, wheel studs. Only bummer is the nuts are open-ended, unlike the factory ones, which you can see. I had it off. But I've been recommended not to reuse the old ones as the tape almost should be worn off. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, heavy jacking up. Make sure it's in gear, handbrake's on. Let's check that. Alrighty, so here you can see the damage to all the wheel studs from the tyre going loose. Somehow, you see this, somehow just enough thread there that we're able to get us home. If you have a look carefully here, you can see just down here that there's even an indent in the hub. I'm hoping that's all good. There's enough there that the rim can still locate on the edge when tightening it up. But we're going to give it a bit of a hose down now. There's mud everywhere still here. We're going to try and hose off the hub, get all the mud off around here so that we don't have to deal with all that. Here we have the old wheel nuts. Now if you look carefully you can actually see there's a bit of extra random wear in it from it going loose. They're nowhere near as bad as I thought they were going to be, but to be on the safe side I won't use them again. I'll chuck them in the bin. They were all fairly tight, so it does feel like the threads could be a bit stuffed, so better safe than sorry. Alright, now I've cleaned it all up. Next job is to start pulling it apart. So we're going to pull these hex screws out, rip off the locking hub, then basically undo the wheel bearing nut, rip that whole hub off, got to pull the brakes off as well, and then looks like I'm going to have to undo these to pop each of the studs out. So it's going to be a bit of fun. Let's hope it's a nice easy job. So that's good. Put the tarp down. Just helps you be able to put these clean parts on there and keep them clean. Oh yeah, sit there and clean everything off and try and get all the grease and crap off them. Lock both hubs in and put it in forward drive and it's in gear, holding spot. Just helps lock everything in place a bit better. See if any already cracked. One trick, can't get enough leverage in it. Spanner, just straight over, crack them straight away. Nice, quick and easy job. Car that hasn't been worked on this part before. These could be really tight. I've had this part quite a few times. Always check the wheel bearings, make sure they're tight, stuff like that. So it's good to do. Hence mine are a bit easier. Now, this hub can be a bit tight to get off. I find rubber mallet, just a couple little taps around it helps. Better than using a proper hammer, because you can risk damaging. Rubber mallet, you can get a nice little hit in it without doing any damage. If you do need to move the hub around, just unlock the hub. Bit of a twist and just keep giving it a little bit of a tap. And you'll see it will slowly start coming out. It's going to be a bit tight. Worst case, once you get a bit of leverage in it, bring your spanner first. Oh, screwdriver, sorry. Just get a screwdriver in it, just give it a bit of a lever. Yeah, a little bit of mud in there, but in the outside bit of it, as you can see, just where the actual hub's got the dents. It's always good to get a bit of a wipe before you put it back in. The same around there, just get a rag and clean it up. Alright, once you're at this spot, if you have a look just here, you can see there's a little circlip. Let's see if we can find the end of it. It's underneath, isn't it? There you go. So you see you got to press that circlip out, and this whole bit will slide out. These are the tools, well, King Chrome circlip pliers. I like these ones because they've got a whole bunch of different ends. So they're different angles, different fittings, and it's interchangeable, rather than having a whole bunch of different ones. You have the one tool that does the one job. Circlip. Now this bit will suction in a little bit, just because of the grease, but she just slides out. Like that, and bam, you're done. One thing I'm noticing, a little bit of surface rust in there. Obviously I didn't, last time didn't put quite enough grease in, so next time I'll chuck a little bit extra grease in there just to protect it all. With these, this has got the GU hub conversion in it, lock nut. Basically the old GQs had a, I think it was a 53mm nut, so you have to get a big socket and get it out. The GU conversion, if I can find my little tool. The next question. Okay. Rather than having a nut and a socket in it, it's got the thread in it, but it's just a ring with two little pin holes in it. This tool slots in, 1/2 inch fraction in, undoes it heaps easier. A lot better to do tight, and then instead of a locking ring that slides in, has little clips like push over, so it has 2 Phillips head screws which hold it into place. A lot better system, a lot easier to work with. Before you get to do that, you gotta get this bit out. Might have to pull the brakes off first too. So I've got the hub off. Hub's over there. I think I have noticed though, there's been a bit of water getting in there. And you can see down there, that seal actually looks like it's been a bit damaged. Oh, that looked a bit weird. So when I've come looking here, the inside bearing's actually got a little bit of wear as well, I don't know if you can see. And the seal's got a bit of uneven wear as well, so I'm going to have to try and fix that hopefully today as well. And let's try to pull that bearing out and give it a good clean, because it's not good if it's going to be rusted. And thankfully, the outer bearing actually looks okay. It seems to be running fine, a little bit of the inside on the inside edge, but otherwise it actually seems alright. It seems like the this bearing's cut most of it. So just an add to the extra repair job. Alrighty, got all the hubs off now, hub all apart, use the boring stuff. Old studs, pretty much just goes in a smack with the hammer, get them out. New ones, lovely and shiny. Only been told I'm fitting these, try and make sure that the grooves all line up and slot them in basically. So I'm guessing that's just a matter of giving them a wiggle, I hope. Alrighty, I've got the wheel studs kind of in, hub back on. Air tools make life so much easier. I still got to tighten up all the wheel nuts properly, using some spacers, but without the brakes on, didn't have a lot of leverage, but yeah, a couple of washers on, nut on, tighten it up. Basically, once we've got it all back in place and it's a bit more locked, I'll go through and tighten them up with the washers again before I put a rim on. And once I put the rim on, that should be enough to pull them right into place and tighten them up. But the next up now is, because we've got very dirty bearings and a stuff seal. Unfortunately, I don't have both seals. I'm strapped for cash though, so I'm going to put one seal on. But so this is a trick I learned years ago. Rather than using heaps of rags, I'm just going to use toilet paper. Get the flaky bits off. Saves a lot of rags. Not that rags are an issue, but sometimes it's not easy to get them all. You get in there and just clean all this crap out. I'm actually going to use some petrol as well afterwards to really get in and try and get the rest of the crap out, but this is mostly just getting the excess crap out now. Seal's dead. What I will do is lay it there just so I remember what way it went. If you think about it in advance, using a little bit of using some rubber gloves or something is always good as well, because then you save your hands getting as dirty. If you do have paper towel's better than toilet paper, it's just a little bit thicker. But unfortunately at the moment all I've got is paper towel, toilet paper. But bloody messy job. The joys of editing, you've missed all the boring stuff. Knew you were not doing, one's a bit loose, so tighten one up, but I've actually cleaned out all the bearings with a bit of petrol and a brush. And then put all new grease all through the bearings. I put one new seal on the back because that's spare one. I want to redo the hub, the whole seal hub kit anyway later, so one should be enough. One seal is better than no good seals, and rather than paying out now for a job later, I don't have the money or time to do. Next step is just pop on this circlet again and we're good to go almost. That's on. Basically, I'm just going to give inside of this bit of a clean out. All new grease in that as well. Better to replace it now than risk using old grease when half of it has to be replaced anyway. This is basically the same as what I've done on the whole lot. Bucket, petrol, brush, basically, and just giving each side of it a good, really good wash out inside. Careful not to splash too much on you, because apparently washing machines and petrol soaked clothes don't go very well together. Basically, I'm going to leave this out in the sun, just to make sure the inside dries out a little bit before we chuck it back in and put more grease in it. Well, thankfully that job's done. Feeling pretty knackered and pretty hot. The sun's pretty hot today. So tomorrow's job is basically to wash the car off. This is how I set it up. You can see it's up on ramps. I've used the driveway, which has got a bit of a lean to it, and the ramps really get it kicked up to try and hopefully help with getting all the mud out of the chassis rails. Other times I'll put them on opposite wheels, front and rear. So you kind of cross it up, flex it up and over, and you can get the whole car up higher and get underneath a lot easier to wash it out. But for now, I'm hoping having the front higher and can wash all the mud out from underneath and still get underneath it pretty well. But we'll see how we go tomorrow.